Hello, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope we are doing well this morning. I can see a lot of people on this call already, so it's going to actually be a nice time together. And I kind of missed interacting with this particular set of women, especially leading women Africa. It's actually going to be an amazing time with you guys today. So please, if you can hear and see me live and direct, you can please comment with a yes in the comment section. This is just to ensure that I don't have any technical challenge in terms of transmission and all of that, right? So thank you very much. Please, can you acknowledge in the comment section that you can hear and see me live? Yes. So please, I want to see yes in the comment section. I want to see yes in the comment section. Oh, yes. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, ladies. Thank you very much. All right. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, thank you very much, beautiful ladies. It's actually an amazing day to be here together again in another learning section. So today we are going to actually be looking at a topic that is going to actually help us in our businesses. Over the week, we have been going through some amazing learning process in terms of learning how to market our business, positioning our business online, leveraging on some digital tools to scale our businesses and all of that. So today we are actually going to be looking at how to implement Google Workspace across our business. Just sit tight, you are going to know what Google Workspace is, how we are going to leverage on it, and all of that, right? So before I start, I want to start with an introduction as usual. So as I'm also introducing myself and the person I'm here with, please, you can just do well to do same, right? Just tell me your name and where you are joining us from right now, right? So that I can do well to also acknowledge you. I can see a lot of people already on this call. So thank you very much for taking out time to join us on this training, right? So my name is Johanna Ayuba and I'm a lead trainer with Impactor. I'm just like you know, Impactor is a female focused NGO where we deal with women empowerment, especially in the aspect of training those women that are into business and also aspiring to start their own business by themselves. So we provide this support. So this training is coming in partnership with Google and also Leading Women Africa to help African women to have this kind of training to be able to scale their businesses and generate more revenue. So with me here today, I have Jane Francis. You are going to be seeing Jane Francis in the comment section where she'll be moderating this section as well, right? So thank you very much, everyone. Thank you. So I can see a lot of names already. Sorry, excuse me. So let me start with where the introduction started. I can see Makwak. Wow. I'm actually trying to pronounce this name. So sorry if I actually pronounce the name wrongly because I'm having a kind of different tongue. So let me see which one I will say. Okay, Masweni from Soweto. Thank you very much. I can see Biola from Abuja in Nigeria. I can see Kas Naido from Duban. Duban should be which country exactly should be Senegal or so. I can see Fein Tola from Nigeria. I can see Folile from Kingdom of S2 Estini. Wow, wow, wow. That is amazing. That is amazing. I can see Olufunke from Nigeria. I can see Angela based in Duban. I can see Eme from Lagos. I can see Chikolo from Lasedi, Larona, Home of Trust based in Limpopo. That should be South Africa, right? Wow. I can see Mona from Beautiful Garden Route, West Cape. Thank you very much. I can see Banele from Johannesburg. I can see Elena from Malawi. I can see Geneko from South Africa. Wow, I can see a lot of people. So good morning, good morning. So if you are just joining on, you can keep the introduction coming. So we do well to acknowledge everyone here, right? So thank you very much for joining. I can see Precious from East London. That is amazing, Precious. Welcome for to today's section, right? I can see Antia from Johannesburg in South Africa, right? So I can see Grace from South Africa. I can see Vespa from Endivale, right? Thank you very much, everyone. So sorry if I actually pronounce your name wrongly. Just forgive my tongue, right? Forgive my tongue. I'm actually a Nigerian, so possibly I might not get used to well, I've not gotten used to pronouncing those kind of names, right? So thank you very much, Grace from South Africa. You're welcome. So, ladies, let's keep the introduction coming. So, I want to also give a special shout out to Leading Women for Africa in the person of spearheaded by um, Madeline for putting out this training together and ensuring that these women have an amazing time and all of that. So thank you very much, ladies. So today we are going to be looking at how to implement Google Workspace across our business, right? Across our business now. Google Workspace is actually an amazing opportunity for a lot of businesses to coordinate their activities, to bring all their network together, and to be able to bring efficiency into a lot of process they do, right? So we're going to see what Google Workspace is all about, right? So just as a form of guide, we are going to be looking at three amazing agendas before us today. Number one agenda is we're going to see or discover what Google Workspace is entirely. Secondly, we're going to see how to boost communication across your business, leveraging on Google Workspace as well. Then, last but not the least, we're going to see how to leverage tools to increase collaboration, because collaboration cannot be overemphasized. Collaboration is what a lot of businesses need right now, right? So we're going to look at that as well. So I can see a lot of, oh, thank you very much, Madeline, for that. I can see Brioni joining. I can see Annie joining from Zambia. Thank you very much, Annie, for that, right? So thank you, thank you. Now, just as the form of question, you know how we do it every time is a kind of two-way interaction where I ask question and you also respond, leveraging on the chat section, right? So I want to know, what tools do you currently use to communicate and collaborate across your business? So now this is just a simple, how do you communicate with your staffs or with your customers? And also in the form of collaboration, how do you tend to work together with your staff? So I just want to have an idea for those that have already used some collaboration tools. So I want to know, in terms of communication, sending of messages and all of that, what tools have you currently used in your business? So let's see um who is my first responder. Okay, I can see some people still joining us. I can see Aisha joining from Kaduna, Nigeria. That is amazing. I can see Sanders joining from South Africa. Thank you very much. Your screen is not very clear, please. Or is it just me? Okay, Fatima, I think you have to change the resolution of your YouTube, right? To, is it 720 thereabout? So probably is from the resolution that okay, collaborate face to face, emails, WhatsApp groups. Thank you very much, Ikolo, for that. I can see Melanie say WhatsApp messages, right? Thank you very much for that. Annie say WhatsApp, SMS, phone calls with customers. Then Ellen say understanding each other. Josie said, okay, she's joining us from Dr. Congo. I can see someone from Pretoria. Thank you very much for joining. Angela said normal text, WhatsApp, emails, phone calls. Java said WhatsApp, face to face. Wow, that is amazing. Janet said WhatsApp. Siko said face to face. That is amazing. Thank you very much, ladies. Thank you very much. I can see a lot of responses coming in already. So Edith said WhatsApp, my efficient way of communication. That is actually great, right? Aisha say WhatsApp, Java say phone calls also. Annie say memo, face to face with staff. Thanks for the responses, ladies. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Bob SMS, according to Feintola, that is actually an amazing one, right? Thank you very much. So now, as thank you can keep the responses coming for those that have not responded. So we are going straight to the first agenda for today to see what Google Workspace is all about now, right? So what is actually Google Workspace? Google Workspace previously is not actually Workspace. The name, probably some of us have come across it in another different form or in another different name. So Google Workspace was formerly known as G Suite, right? You can still call it G Suite, right? So it's simply a collection of cloud computing, productivity, and collaboration tools, softwares, and products developed and marketed by Google. Now I'll give you a simpler definition for it, right? I don't want to do the whole official dictionary definition, right? So Google Workspace is just a collection of tools that helps you in communication, that helps you in collaboration, that helps you in working with people efficiently, and it provides the maximum security possible, right? It provides the maximum security possible. Now, what do I mean by all of that? Communication tools such as email, Gmail you use, right? Communication tools such as Slack, the WhatsApp you use, all of them can be termed as workspace, right? But they, for only those that fall under Google, we call them Google Workspace. Now, collaboration tools, the Google Doc you use, the Google Forms you fill up, the Google Sheet and Excel you work upon, they are all collaboration tools. And then when you are talking of communication tool, you talk about the Google Meet, the Google Slack, and all of that. So we are going to see all of them broken down into now. Well, I have a little exercise. I want to see how many of these icons can someone recognize as much as possible, right? So I have series of icons, and these are all the collections of Google tools we have. Now, if you can recognize any of them, I want you to start listing them out based on the icons you see on my screen, right? So I want to see who gets the highest number, right? So they are just different collection, and possibly most of us have come across most of them, right? Probably you might forget the icon, or probably if most of us, as far as you're using an Android phone, you kind of have this some of these tools automatically installed on your phone. So let me see who can recognize at least five of these icons I can see, right? So okay, I have Josie Kim said Google Drive, Meeting, and Gmail. Thank you very much for that, right? Feintola say Gmail, Google Drive, Google Meet. Thank you very much, Feintola. Can see some ladies are already recognizing some. So let me see who is the highest person that will get as much icons as possible, right? Okay. MS say Google Drive, Gmail. Thank you very much. Siko said Google Meet, Gmail. Okay, I have Madeline say Gmail, Calendar, Meet, Word, Excel, PowerPoint. Wow, that is amazing. It seems leading women for Africa TV, the person of Madeline want to take it all, right? So, wow. I have Sonali say Gmail, Google Calendar, Google Drive, Google Docs, Google Sheet. That is amazing. Malaka say email, file, Zoom. Wow, I can't see Zoom here actually. Mona said email, calendar, Gmail, video, messenger. Wow, I can see Gmail, calendar, drive, meet, docs, sheet, chat. That is actually amazing. Wow, I can see a lot of people were able to, in fact, everything here is actually known to a lot of people, right? Well, I can see Chikolo say Gmail, Google Drive, Google Meets, Google Sheet, Calendar, Excel. That is amazing. Thank you very much, ladies, for those responses, right? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So let's go now. Now, core functionalities of Google Workspace, right? So everybody has actually got it right, right? We have so much here. We have the Gmail, we have the calendar, the Drive, the Google Meet, Google Doc, Google Sheet, Google Slide. We have the Google Forms. We have Google Keep. We have the Jamboard. Yes, we have a lot of them. So a lot of people have actually gotten it correctly, right? So thank you very much, ladies. Thank you very much. It's actually amazing to see that we all have actually recognized one or two from the list, right? So now, what are the key functionalities of Google Workspace? Number one, it helps you to create documents and presentations. Now, what I want you to understand is Google Workspace is almost similar to the local Microsoft Word we have, the local PowerPoint we have on our system, the local Excel we have on our system. But the difference is this: Google Workspace offer extra level of security. The Microsoft Word you have on your system, whenever you type and save document, it saves those files locally on your drive, right? So there is potential risk in the sense that if your system is damaged or something peradventure happened to your system, you lose access to those files, right? But when you are leveraging on Google Workspace, nothing is saved on your local devices. It's not going to be saved on your phone. It's not going to be saved on your system. It's actually going to be saved on the cloud. So you get to have access to it every time you need it from any kind of device, as far as you have the basic login criteria, which is your email and your password, right? So Google Workspace helps us to create document and presentation. So you can create document and share to your workers or your staffs without having to attach the document or download the document and send it via WhatsApp and all of that. All you need to do is just to share the document via the document platform, right? You get to also record, analyze, and present data. That is the core functionality of an Excel, right? So on Google, you have the Google Sheet where it helps you to work on those kind of big data without having to save it on your local computer or on your local phone, right? Then you can also brainstorm ideas, manage project, and store files. That's where we talk about the Google Drive, the Google Docs, and all of that. Then communicate globally. Just the way we are having this conversation, I can see a lot of people joining us from different parts of the world: South Africa, Durban, Kenya, and a lot of that, right? So Google Meet, you get to also create meetings where you get to connect with your customers, with your staffs across the world, all at the same time, right? So now, one thing you should know is this Google Workspace provide you with that extra layer of excuse me, extra layer of security where you get to secure your files, ensure that they are accessible anytime you have it, whether you are with your device or not. So what it means is I can work on my computer right now and I can travel to South Africa without my computer. I can go and meet Madeline in South Africa and just say, Madeline, can you borrow me your laptop? I want to just check my files or have access to some of my document. I can just borrow Madeline computer and just log into my workspace and get access to all my files without having to have my computer with me, right? I can make presentation anywhere without having to carry my devices and all of that. So that's what it actually means. So for creating document and presentation, the best tools to always use is Google Docs and Google Slide, right? So Google Docs is just similar to your Google Microsoft Word document, while Google Slide is the same thing or similar, not the same actually, similar to Microsoft PowerPoint, right? Where you get to create slide presentation just the way I'm presenting, right? This presentation was actually created on Google Slide, right? This presentation was actually created on Google Slide. So now the advantage of this overall, the Microsoft Word, the PowerPoint we use is you get to work in real time with people. So what it I mean is me and Madeline, for example, we can be able to work on a document just from where we are, from the comfort of our home. She can be in South Africa or be in Nigeria. So we get to collaborate and work on this document in real time. I can see the changes she's making, she can see the changes I'm making. And at the end of the day, we can conclude and make this document a working document, right? We can just collaborate in real time, and we can also track changes. Let's say you work in a business where you impute sales record of your business and everything, and somebody mistakenly deletes a particular figure and all of that. It's not all about trying to look for how to replace. You can easily check who made the changes, when was it made, and you can also reverse the document to when the changes happen, right? So that is how it works. Then we have the particular tool that helps us to record, analyze, and present data. We are talking about the forms. I know a lot of us have come across Google Forms where Medley shared to us to be able to fill in or to register for this training, right? So Google Forms helps us, and these tools are actually easily accessible to everyone. They are actually free. Everyone can use them. You don't need to pay anything, right? You don't need to pay anything to use it as a business person. So what we're encouraging you is to have a proper warehouse where you keep track of all your business documentation. You keep track of all your business transaction in terms of document, agreement, sales record, and all of that. So when you have them all on this platform, you are at ease and at peace that this document will not actually lose, or you cannot actually have you can always have access to them at every time, anywhere you want to have access to them, right? Then we have the Google Sheet, just the same thing or similar to the normal Microsoft Excel we usually use to input data, and especially numbers, sales record, and all of that. So Google Sheets helps you to keep track of all your records and save them automatically on the cloud, right? It saves them on the cloud. It doesn't save on your local devices and all of that. Now, what are the benefits brought to you by Google Workspace? Number one is it helps us to increase collaboration. What do I mean by collaboration? If you are working on a document and you want me, Johanna, to help you to work on it, to help you to review it, to help you to see it or make changes, you don't actually need to even download the document and send it to me via WhatsApp or email. All you need to do is to invite me to the document. So there's a column where you see share. All you need is just to add my Gmail address to the document, and immediately I will receive an invite in my email that says so person is inviting you to work on this document. So the moment I open the document, I will see the same document you are seeing, and you see me when I'm active on the document, and you can even be seeing the changes I'm making or the comments I'm actually making on the document. So that is how collaboration works, right? So, and we know COVID has actually showed us that a lot of people work remotely, a lot of people work from different locations these days. So it doesn't mean that business will have to stop. It doesn't mean that you have to cease all your activities, but you can actually collaborate with all the people in real time, right? Then improved communication, you get to reach out to your workers, you get to reach out to your team and all of that by having a virtual meetings, by sending calendar invites and all of that. So it helps you to close that gap of where you don't get to communicate with your staffs or with your business partners and all of that. So but you can schedule meetings via Google Meet and all of that and the likes, like Zoom and the likes, right? So it's very, very important you leverage on this tool. Then smart working, it actually helps you to work smart. It actually helps you to coordinate your activities because you know that your documents, everything you will ever need for your business are actually in one place, right? It's just more like a safe lock. It's just more like an all-in-one um, uh, doc system for you to just put your document, whether they are PowerPoint format, whether they are PDF format, whether videos and even images, you can all put them together. Then the last but not the least, which is the most important and which a lot of us need to also know that it gives you enhanced security. Security in the sense that nobody can have access to those documents unless they have your email and password, which we know is not possible, right? We kind of have to secure most of those things very well because that is what your document depend on. So nobody can have access to your files or your documents or your videos or your sheet without having access to your email or password. So that is how secure this Google Workspace can be. Now, when we talk of increased collaboration, Google Workspace stores your information in the cloud, especially remember, and it enables you to share the document and files with ease without having to download it and attach it as a document on your email or send it as a document via WhatsApp and all of that. So you can track changes with your work. So if let's say five people are working on a particular document and today you haven't have to you kind of work together and agree on something, an MOU or something, and in the morning you now wake up and now notice that a change has been made on the document, you can easily trace who made the changes, what time was the changes made, and you can as well reverse the change that was made, right? So that is how that kind of thing helps you. So now when we are talking of communication, we're talking about tools like Gmail, we're talking about tools like Google Meet, Google Current, and Google Chat as well, right? So Google email helps you to send emails across to communicate with your teams, send reminders, call for meetings, and all of that, right? While Google Meet helps you to schedule those meetings virtually, where you get to see your colleagues real time, you get to see their faces if you want, you get to hear their voices directly, and also chat with them, right? So that is how communication can help us do all of that. Then working smart has to do with collecting, analyzing, and turn data into insight, especially for those. You remember when we talked about leveraging on data and insight to improve your business, right? You get to also use Excel sheet or Google Sheet to analyze those data. And those data can be kept secured, especially financial data. You know, when you have financial data and you're keeping sales record, those are high sensitive information that needs not to be tampered with. So keeping those data secured is actually one of your top priority, and Google Workspace will ensure that those data are actually secured, right? Now, when we are talking of securing or storing your files and data, we have an all-in-one tool that ensures your Google Sheet, your Google Doc, your Google slides, your pictures, your images are all locked up in a safe, which we call the Google Drive. And I know a lot of us might have Google Drive on our phones, right? A lot of us might have Google Drive on our phone where you see. So Google Drive helps you to upload those pictures, upload your images, upload your document if you want to keep them in the cloud, so that even though, God forbid, your phone crashes or you lost access to your phone, you don't have to worry. You just lost a physical device, but you did not lost access to your documents, your files, your images, your videos, and all of that. So that is how amazing it can be, right? That is how amazing it can be. Now, let's see simple steps to create a Google Workspace account for yourself. Number one is to visit workspace.google.com, where you get to sign up or to start your process. Secondly, you need to impute your business name. It's very, very important because it will actually be created in your business name. Step three, now what this workspace gives you, it gives you access to all these tools in one place, right? So that you can easily shove to Google Slide, Google Sheets, Google Docs, and all of the right. So now choose your domain name. It's actually very important you choose your domain name. Domain name is the same thing as see if you want to create your website. And for those that will have their website already, all you need to do is just impute the domain. You don't need to create another one, right? So I know we are working on getting a lot of free website for some business owners. So very soon, some of you ladies will have access to this website, and that domain name is where you in step four you choose your domain or you impute your own, then update your business address is very important, then set up your login details. So remember, I tell you, for you to have access to your Google Workspace, you need your email and your password. Is very, very important. That is your direct access to those platforms, right? Now, how to get set up on Google Workspace? Remember, is to create your business email is very, very important. Your business email will have to carry your business domain. Let me break it down for you a little bit. If Leading Women Africa as a business, the domain name is www.leadingwomenafrica.com. So she needs to also have a business working email. So she can say Medlin at leadingwomenafrica.com. That will be her working email, right? So the working email will carry her probably her initial name plus the business domain name. That is the website address, right? Then secondly, you add team members and users. This is where you have, let's say you are working with a team of 4 people, you are working with a team of 5 people, you get to add them to the account, right? Then last but not least, you migrate your data and import files. So if you have been working locally on your device, if you have been working locally on your system, you just get to migrate those data to Google Cloud so that you always have access to them when you want to work and all of that, right? So that is just the simple way to get started with Google Workspace, right? So now I want to pause here for question. If you have question, please you can do well to ask. Please ask question if you have, so that okay, I can see some responses. Thank you very much, Jane Francis, for attending to most of the questions and all of that, right? Do I need to have Apple or MacBook computer for my record to be saved to iCloud, or can even do it on my HP laptop? Okay, okay, okay. Um, so iCloud is possibly is mostly an Apple product, right? iCloud is different from Google Cloud, right? So iCloud, whatever you say will be on iCloud, while if you are leveraging on Google products like Google Meets, Google Sheet, and all of that, it saves them automatically on your Google Cloud, not iCloud. So there are two different companies. We have the Apple, that is the Macintosh, then we have the Google as well. So iCloud saves, if you are actually on iCloud, you are actually saved also, because those things are also saved on the cloud, right? So you get to have access. That's why if you lose access to your iPhone, all you need to do have is just your login details or your iCloud login details, and you get everything back, right? So it's similar to Google Cloud and all of that. So thank you very much. Please, if you have questions, you can do well to drop your questions so that we'll take them and be able to see how we can move forward, right? So thank you very much for those questions, and thank you very much, Jane, for the amazing responses there and all of that. So okay, I can see Simbogile said interesting. Thank you very much for that. So please, if you have questions, you can do well to drop them. And if you're actually okay with the whole first agenda, you can just do well to drop a yes in the comment section or a one in the comment section, as usual, the way we do it. So okay, Bryony said, what happens if you close the business and release your domain name? How can one retrieve all that information for future record? Okay, I think for you to close your business, you need to have a backup strategy, right? So you need to have or download all the records of your business and move it to your own personal account, then probably you can automatically permanently delete them from the business account, right? So that you ensure that those documents are still safe. Any contact for future questions or office, please? Yes, actually, you can do well. We share our social media handles and all of that. Okay, Matoli say you are helping us optimize the use of Google. Actually, yes, because Google offers a lot of free tools that we tend to ignore, and it helps a lot in most of our activities, right? It helps a lot in most of how do I create my business email on Google. All right, Edit, if you don't have a domain name, you can either buy one or if you have actually filled in our free website form, I think you'll be contacted, or if you have not been contacted already concerning how to go about creating your website. So through that, you actually get your domain name, and from that you can easily create your business email. So if you don't have any, or you need to purchase a domain name that actually points to your business, then you cannot create a business email for yourself, right? Um, right. So thank you very much. I'm not seeing responses. I'm not seeing yes, and I'm not seeing much questions. So what is happening? So you know the culture, you know the grind. So let's respond with a yes or one in the comment section so that okay, I can see someone already. So thank you very much for that. Mapaseka say okay, no problem. I was just saying okay, thank you very much for that, Mapaseka. And I want to see some questions before I proceed. Let me see. Let me see. Any more question? Please. Okay. Wow. A lot of yes, yes. Feintola, Genoka, Ellen, Janine. Wow. I can see so much yes already in the comment section. Right. So thank you very much, ladies, for that. Thank you very much for that. Okay, I can see a lot of people. Angela, Charity, Mampa, Genoka, Antia, Diana. Wow, thank you very much, ladies. Thank you very much. So sorry if I actually pronounce your name wrongly. Yes, so thank you very much. Now let's look at how to actually boost communication across our business, right? So our boosting communication has to do with learning the efficient way to communicate to people across your business. So now just a simple question. How do you actually boost communication across your business? I know, okay, I kind of see a lot of responses across where a lot of people said WhatsApp, Google Meet, and all the like. So okay, Namode said, did I miss a communication on the free website registration? Yes, if you are not around, you kind of miss communication. So probably Meddling will attend to that and let you know or update you on that, right? So let's see which how or the key communication tools we have. Now we have some basic communication tools that some of us have already leveraged on, and some of us have participated or have jumped on a meeting on this kind of tools, and probably you might not have come across it, right? So number one or most important communication tool we have is the Gmail we use. Gmail is actually an amazing tool and cannot be overemphasized. A lot of businesses, a lot of companies, just to ensure that their communication is secured, right? Their communication is secure. They rather send an email than even a WhatsApp messages. So you know sometimes communications are highly sensitive, and they are very delicate to actually ensure that you use the proper means to send communication across. Let's say I want to update you on the current contract or on the current project, and that kind of information is not for the public, and you are sending it for me on WhatsApp, where somebody can directly or indirectly at home have access to my WhatsApp or just see the WhatsApp notification and gets to see those kind of messages. So for security's sake, you can do well to ensure that you always send a mail, especially using your official business mail, or even if it's your Gmail, ensure that you send it that before someone have access to those kind of things, it has to be the intended person, right? Then we have the Google Meet. Google Meet is an amazing platform. We see how during COVID, a lot of people leverage on Google Meet, Zoom, and the likes to coordinate meetings, to coordinate activities, trainings, and all the likes, right? So it's actually very, very important you leverage on Google Meet. Then we have Current, we have Chat, and all of that. So all these tools are actually available for us. So let's look at them individual. We know Gmail, so I don't want to actually talk about much about Gmail, because some of us actually came to this training through our Gmail, right? You get to see notifications, you see the form, you fill up the form, you fill up your responses, and we also send your certificate for training via your emails, right? So I know a lot of us know the importance of this aspect. And there's one amazing feature of Gmail that you also need to take note of, where we have autoresponders. You know, if you're a business person and you interact with a lot of people, there's one thing I do advise: when you are offline or when it's weekend, is actually very important to set autoresponders on your Gmail, where if an email comes in, it automatically responds to the sender that, sorry, hi, hello, thank you very much for reaching out to me. I'm currently offline. I'll be back by so on Monday by this time. But if it is an emergency, please reach out to me via you now put your number, right? This is just to ensure that you don't miss important opportunities, right? So a partner, or maybe you are trying to pursue a grant and all of that, might send you a mail on Saturday and expect a response within 2-3 hours, right? Then probably you are actually having your weekend and you kind of did not check your email and all of that. So autoresponders help you to ensure that the sender sees that you are not available, and actually if it's an emergency, he can now reach out to you via your number. So that is what I do. So on Friday, if I'm off work and I will not check my mail till Monday morning, I'll just activate my autoresponders. Any email that comes in that day, it gets to I've received that auto respond where I will notify the person I'm actually not available. Please reach out. So we have seen Google Meet where you keep your team connected, and on this amazing video platform where you get to work with people, you get to even teach, you get to present your screen, right? You get to make presentation, do trainings and all of that in this Google Meet, right? So it's an amazing platform for you to leverage on. And one amazing part of it is they are actually mostly free, except if you want an advanced feature and capacity, right? So Google Meet, you can use it to actually accommodate up to 100 people at the same time on a call, right? But if you want to have that capacity to accommodate more, you have to maybe upgrade it to a premium version, right? So Gmail is actually free, but you just have a limit of 15 gig capacity, where if you kind of overboard or fill in your Google emails and all of that, it tends to reach its maximum peak, right? So they are all mostly free, especially for businesses and all of that, right? So yeah, sorry, Angela. Google Meet can only carry 100 at a stretch, right? It can only carry 100, right? Then we have Current, engage with your employees, faster, more meaningful conversation, and stay connected. So Current is more like a quick chat tools where you get to communicate with your employees at ease, just like having your normal WhatsApp and all of that. So we have the Google Chat as well, and all these tools are actually free. You get to actually have them easily when you have your G Suite and Google G Suite set up for yourself, right? Now, let me give you some basic tips on how to actually maximize your communication. Communication cannot be virtual forever, right? You are running a business, you want to communicate to your staffs and all of that. You cannot just be running virtual. So it's actually very important you create in-person communication. What I mean by in-person communication, you have been communicating with your team for over 2-3 months virtually. Is actually good. You also bring everybody together under the same umbrella. Say, okay, today we are going to have a general picnic of virtual meeting so that we can meet and also talk. Then always stay organized. Staying organized means that when you want to communicate, always clearly outline. They can never be under communication. Always over communicate so that you ensure that the party you are talking to actually understand what you are doing, so that there will be smooth ease and flow of communication. Then create team mailing list. It's very important, especially when you are working with a lot of people. Let's say you are working with vendors, you are working with a lot of business partners. It's very, very important you segment the email list. So if you want to send email to my Nigerian partners, you know you have them on the mailing list. If you want to send to South African business partners, you have them, so you can easily have access to them and without making any. Then set up project or team rooms. It's very, very important. You also set up people in clusters as a team to work on projects and all of that, right? So that is how to maximize communication, right? So this is how to create now in-person communication. Say, schedule regular team calls and check-in via Google Meet and Hangout. Connect with colleagues at teams across the globe. Join from mobile and desktop devices. They are all form of then staying organized has to be like tracking activities, ensuring that all your timings, your schedules are actually mapped out so that everybody gets to know what he or she is supposed to do, right? So assigning tasks can be done via Google Calendar. Let's say you want to assign tasks to Mr. A, you want to assign tasks to Mr. A, B. So calendar schedule is actually very important, just so that he knows ahead of time, because calendar gives us notification in different time intervals. So you can set the calendar to notify you in 30 minutes ahead of time and all the likes, right? So for me, we all schedule all our training activities on our calendar. We know the trainings we are having for the week. We know the trainings we're having for the day and the time. So every time we tend to have any tax and all of that, we tend to see all this calendar notification in time before those training, right? Then create team mailing list. Team mailing list can actually be created on Google Groups, and on that particular G Suite or Google Workspace, as you may call it, then you can send status updates, share resources across with people based on the mailing list, right? So you cannot carry a particular resources that is meant for finance team and send it to marketing team, a particular resources that is meant for marketing team and send it to sales team, right? So it's very important you create a mailing list so that you ensure the right communication goes to the right individual. Now, setting up project and teams has to do with bringing your team together, separating them in different clusters to work on different activities and all of that. So even in Google Workspace, that is especially Google Meet, you can create breakout rooms if you are using the premium version. Breakout rooms is just like we have come together as a team, 100 of us, and want to break out into 5 teams. So on that particular call, you can actually segment everybody to go to his individual rooms and discuss, then come back to the general meeting platform and continue discussion. So how amazing that can be, right? So you can actually do that across your team to manage activities, right? So I'll be pausing here for question. This will be the second agenda for today, right? So I know we have actually talked so much on all the activities of we have done concerning our business. We have learned so much about marketing. We have learned so much about setting up our businesses online. So this is just to guide you, to also provide you extra resources to manage your business, to also leverage on some tools available to ease communication and all of that. And these tools are easy to do, right? They can easily be used. You can use your mobile phones to have access to them, right? So it's very, very important you use or leverage on this kind of tools, right? So if you have question, please you can do well to drop your question in the comment section, or if you have a contribution, maybe you have experience using any of those tools we have actually mentioned, you can do well to also drop it in the chat section, right? Okay, so I can see a lot of people say, okay, thank you very much. In Swani, yes, I think I'm pronouncing it correctly. I don't know, but I think, right? How do you segment it to different rooms? Okay, Angela, it has to do with when you have premium version of Google Meet, right? We call it breakout rooms. So you can just use YouTube to check how to do breakout rooms. So, but it doesn't work with the normal Google Meet where you have 100 people capacity. It works with the enterprise version, that is the premium version. So what you do is in the when you have 150 people on the call and you want to break them into 5 rooms, you can easily do it from the menu section. You can see where you create breakout rooms. So you list out the number of rooms you want to create, and then you now start sending people by dragging and dropping them in the individual rooms, and they get to segment individually into different rooms, right? Okay, so I'm still waiting for question, question. So please, if you have question, you can drop it so that we can take a look at them, right? Um, uh, okay. I can see some question. Okay, could you explain Google Current again? And I didn't understand what it's used for. Okay, Google Current is also another communication tool. You can use it for chat across. It's just like having an inbuilt WhatsApp for your businesses, so where you get to communicate with everybody. But one most important thing is you all need to be connected via emails, right? It's an email-based kind of platform where you get to add everybody via the email. So when you add them via, they will receive the invitation and they get to install the Google Current. So you can easily pass communication just the way you use Slack. If you know Slack, you can use it to just communicate and chat with your co-workers, right? But on some training, I was not feeling I'm traveling. Will can any types of phone work? Yeah, like the last week and the one we just filled it. Okay. Um, okay. So please, I can see a lot of activities happening. If you have question, please drop it in the comment section. And if actually it's totally understood, remember you can give me one or a thumbs up or a yes in the chat section, right? So that I can be permitted to proceed, right? So thank you everybody for the amazing responses. Where we go towards the last agenda for today, which is okay. I have another question. What features differ between Google Current and Google Chat? Well, they are all Google products, right? They are all. So what Google Current is actually formerly called Google Plus, right? It's actually called Google Plus. So it was just recently changed it was just recently changed. So you see, like, how will I, if you can have Google Chat on your phone, and you can also have Google Plus is a product that has been in existence before even Google Chat. So the product was kind of redundant at some point. So Google has to rebrand it and change it to Google Current, where you can easily have access to company content. You get to upload or share information with your people and all of that. So it's actually similar, but some people prefer using Google Chat than even Google Current, because Google Current is more like a bit complicated unless you have a strict training or a technical training on how to use it across your company and all of that, right? So I hope I've been able to give at least a response to that. If you have been active in the comment section, I think we can verify your attendance. We are okay. Thank you very much, Jane. Please, how do I access a mixed session later? Okay, Javas, you can actually go back to the YouTube handles. We have all the videos for all previous sections. So just so you know, we have different trainings in different country languages. So you might not miss stuff. So you might actually click on a video and you see a trainer speaking in French. So that is not for you, right? Unless you see the one I'm actually speaking, right? Or any of my colleagues that speaks in English. So thank you very much for all of that. Now let's look at tools that helps us to increase collaboration. We have talked of communication. We have talked of we are now in collaboration, and collaboration is actually very, very important for our business. So which tools can you use on Google Workspace to increase collaboration? Let's look at the tools. Now, collaboration across project teams and all of that, it helps us to brainstorm ideas. It helps us to share files, working files, especially very easy, and make suggestion and tag your colleagues. You can easily track changes. Like I said before, if you are working on a document and somebody make a change on that document, you can easily track the changes by who was that changes made, and then you can also revert or reverse the document to when it was at the initial stage. So that is how effective. So we have Jamboard. Jamboard is actually an amazing platform, and you can have access to Jamboard on your Google free tool or Google Meet free tool, right? So if you're on Google Meet, if you look at the extreme left right hand side of the Google Meet, you see an icon, more like an arrow sign. If you click, you see Google Jamboard. Jamboard helps you to work on ideas. It helps you to sketch things. It's just like your normal board where you get to have your sticky note pasted when you are ideating, you are trying to map out a roadmap for your marketing, for your strategy. You can use Jamboard to actually do brainstorming, right? Where you get to sketch, you get to write ideas, you get to also put sticky notes, different colors, and all of that. So that is how Jamboard works, and it can actually bring a lot of sense, especially when you're on meetings with people. Then we can talk about Google Drive. Google Drive is what houses all the documents you have been working on, your docs, your sheets, your slide, your pictures, your images, all will be housed in this particular warehouse called Google Drive. So it helps you to store your files on the cloud via Google Drive, and it helps you to also share this document by giving even people some level of access. So this is what I mean. You can share a file from your Google Drive to somebody and just allow the person to only view the file, but he cannot edit it. So you can share a Microsoft document to somebody and give him an access level to the file. You can just say you are a viewer on the file, you cannot edit. You can now say the person is an editor, he can edit. You can now say the person is a commenter, so the person can only comment on the document, but he cannot actually edit the document, right? So that is how access level works, right? So you can get to also work on things like Google Slide. Also, there are also communication or collaboration tools where you can bring in 5 people, you can bring in 10 people, you can bring in 20 people on the same document at the same time to be able to work, and you can be seeing changes when people are making all of that, right? So that is how it works. So tracking changes, just like I earlier said, has to do with looking at what people are doing, monitoring what they are changing on the document, and looking at even the timestamp on the document, right? So you can see when somebody made a change, who was the person that made that change, and you can reverse the document when it was at the initial stage. So it's not like you type in a 20-page MOU and you now came and see the whole document blank. Somebody have deleted it. You don't need to worry. There is no cause for alarm. That document is saved in the cloud. All you need to do is just to revert the changes So reverting the changes will take you back to when the document was at the initial stage, right? Before it was deleted. So that is how all that work, right? So thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much, ladies. I would love to entertain questions before we call it a day. Today is actually going to be a brief section. We are just trying to um, em- um, encourage you to leverage on some tools that will bring efficiency, collaboration, and communication across your businesses so that you can be able to actually leverage on most of these tools. It will not be new to you. And since these tools are actually free, it's actually free, most of them. So why not? Let's use it because it will help our businesses, right? So that's why we always encourage people to leverage on that. So please, if you have any question, you can do well to drop it. And for some, please, certificate issues, we are actually working around it. We are trying to ensure that we do proper sorting of those sections and certificates so that we'll start. I think certificate has started going out, especially for this first section. So please, if you have any issue, please reach out to me on the Telegram group. I'm available now and kind of active, so I will respond to any challenge you have while we are doing that sorting. And for those that have missed the free website form, you can please do well to fill it or reach out to Madeline again. She will actually put you through so that you fill in the form and you'll be reached. So always ensure you check out your mail because a respondent will be sent to you concerning the website so that we'll get actual details and all of that, right? So thank you very much, everyone. If you have questions, please by all means do well to drop it. And we always encourage people to go further to add more knowledge. And always we are saying we are just trying to introduce you, trying to create much awareness as regards to these tools. It's not like a technical training. So all you need to do is just to go and learn more. Since you have the idea, you know what it helps, it can do for you. So you can go. Jane will drop a link for you. We have a lot of resources that covers business, personal development, and all of that, where you get to see courses that are even free, and at the end of the day, you get certified on them to learn more, right? So Jane will drop that link for you in the comment section. Thank you very much, Jane. Thank you very much for that. So please ensure you actually check that out. And attendance link will also be dropped, right? Attendance link. So we're actually coming closer to the end of the whole training cycle, which will be tomorrow. So tomorrow promises to be powerful and as engaging as it can be. So please ensure that you fill in the attendance sheet today and be here tomorrow 9:30 South African time. If you're in Nigeria, it will be 8:30 Nigerian time, right? So I think Madeline will drop all the time zone and location for you in the comment section. So thank you very much, everyone. And if you're actually on any of these social media handles, if you're on Facebook, you can follow Google Digital Skills for Africa on Facebook, on facebook.com/digital skills for Africa. If you're on Twitter, you can go to twitter.com/digital skills AF. And if you're on Instagram, you can go to instagram.com/digital skills AF, right? So you can follow us, and that of Impactor as well will be dropped in the comment section for you. It will be so painful that after this training notice to show. I know a lot of people will actually have a lot of things to show for it, right? Thank you very much, Evelyn. And so this will be thank you for now. So please ensure you fill in the attendance form. And if you have any challenge, please, as always, reach out to me in the you can drop your question in the Telegram group so that we'll also reach out to you and answer all of that. So thank you very much, Ellen, for that prayer. So tomorrow we are going to conclude this training. So ensure, please, you are here tomorrow, and we promise to have an amazing time. And it will be the end of this cohort, right? While we roll in another cohort of people. So thank you very much, ladies. Thank you very much to my amazing moderator, Jane Francis. Thank you very much, Madeline and Leading Women Africa, for all the efforts you have been putting in place to have all of us here. And for me, at this moment, it will be bye for now, and I'll get to see you tomorrow, right? So tomorrow promises to be amazing. So enjoy the rest of your weekend and have a lovely week. Yeah. So thank you very much.